Hello, J Dent in my library, and today's amazing book that I'm going to be looking at is this novel by Robert Heinlein, Stranger in a Strange Land. It's a science, well, it says on the front there, the most famous science fantasy novel of all time. So what it is, it's a cross between science fiction, because it's set in the, well, no, actually it's not set in the future, it's set in the present. Well, it's set in a sort of indeterminate time, really. Anyway, the main idea of the story, the premise, if you like, is that there's a Martian by the name of Valentine Michael Smith. Let me just check. Anyway, Valentine Michael Smith, or Michael Valentine Smith, can't remember his name. Sorry, that's dreadful that I can't, but I can't. He is on Earth, and he's beginning to associate with Earth people, but his take on things is very interesting because he's trying to understand what's going on Earth. He doesn't always fully grasp the complexities of it, and the questions that he raises about some of our behaviours is very interesting. It's it's quite good. It's seeing Earth practices through alien eyes, and it's very, very good. Now this edition here that I've got is the original published version of it, and as you can see, it's a bit of an old book. Interesting cover there. Anyway, with a picture of Heinlein on the back. But the other one, this is the original uncut edition. It was Heinlein who went through and edited his book, and for the original release, the publisher said it was too long, needed to be cut, so rather than let somebody else do it, he went through, pruned it down, and so what we've got now is we've got this one here, and it's wonderful. Oh, it's Valentine Michael Smith. Yeah, okay. So if I just read you the blurb so you can see. You now have in your hands the original version of Stranger in a Strange Land as written by Robert Heinlein. The most generally celebrated science fiction novel of all time, it is now published in its full unexpurgated form. Epic, entertaining. Heinlein was always a superb storyteller. Stranger in a Strange Land caused an uproar when it first appeared, as it savaged conventional religious, sexual and social ideas. Still topical and challenging, the story of Valentine Michael Smith, the first man from Mars to visit Earth, is in the great tradition that stretches from Gulliver's Travels to 1984, of stories that endure through the sheer power of the author's imagination. And what I would say is that this is a truly wonderful novel to read. If you haven't read it, you should. Try and get the original uncut edition, obviously, because it's just a smoother read. The other one's fine. It doesn't matter which one really, you'll get the ideas, but this is the better one, and it's absolutely wonderful. So that's Robert A. Heinlein's Stranger in a Strange Land.